So lately I've got back into VHS. Now the story behind this is a good friend of mine. His brother sadly passed away, and when he cleared his house out, he found 2 VHS players and 80 VHS tapes. He thought of me because I knew I liked my electronic items. Now most of the tapes were, let me see, country and western I'd say, and some of them were very, very questionable. Anyway, so in today's video, what I'm going to be doing is the second of the VHS players that I've got. The first one I have restored, I've just cleaned it, I've cleaned all the heads and it works absolutely fantastic. Now this one is JNB Video Plus. Now sadly there is no remote with this, and there's no plug as well, so I'm going to have to whack a plug on it before we carry on with this video. So yeah, today's video is just going to be opening this thing up and seeing how it plays and how it looks on the screen, and if needs be just give it a bit of a tidy up, a bit of a clean up, and it is now going to form, or well, it's then going to be part of my collection. So the one I have already in use is just under there. It's a Toshiba one. It's fantastic. The picture is absolutely beautiful, and since I got back into VHS, I bought quite a lot of films. So Christmas gone, I bought Die Hard 1 and 2, and I bought Home Alone. I've bought things like Edward Scissorhands just to have Rocky Horror Show as well. Just all my favourite films from back in the day, which I used to watch, now back on VHS. And at some point, I do plan on making a kind of small VHS wall, should we say, in this room. There's not much room left. I've just literally decluttered everything. So, and if I put shelves up, the cats are going to love it. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. So anyway, without further ado, let's get into this video and see how this video player plays videos 20, 30 years on. Right, so it's opened up and I have found it's got a tape inside as well. So I've just did some sort of mechanism move when I turned it on. As I got an on button. Let me see. Oh yeah. Ah, here we go. So that is just a blank tape. I wonder if it's one of those interesting ones which I'm going to be watching later. So what we're going to do is, let me see, I'm going to turn the TV on. Now I've had to come on the floor for this because the CRT is currently on the floor because I've got no space for it at the moment until I get some sort of little sort of stand for it. But yeah, after me declutter, this was not going in the loft, so I kept it as it is. So we're SCART to SCART on this. So the video is now on. Is the TV on? There we go. So, cat, please move out the way because you're going to get electrocuted. So I think it's one of these. I think it may be that, I don't know. So I'm going to put this tape back in and see what's on it and how it plays. So apologies if there's any. This cat. That's it, out the way, love. Right, okay. Are we playing? We are playing. At the moment, we've got nothing on the screen. So, there is probably good reason why the plug was cut off it. Let me see. I don't think it's playing, is it? Or is it? Is it playing? No, it's not playing. That's why. Right, okay. Do we have anything? We have nothing on the screen. Righty-ho. So if I just spin you down and just show you that. There's the head there spinning, so I'll disconnect it and I'll try it again, and hopefully when we come back something will be on that screen. Right, so originally it wouldn't work. Now I've wiggled the SCART lead at the back and I've got a picture, but it's very, very fuzzy. And if I sort of move it to the left or the right, I get a little bit of sound. So I'm assuming maybe a dry solder joint. It's got to be. See if I just... It's definitely not the lead. It's a very, very fuzzy picture. So what we got here on VHS, A Dream Home Abroad. Channel 5, this is old, this. So if you pull it to the left, it goes off. And then I did manage to get, there we go, a bit of sound before. So I think this is probably like the old Commodore monitors I've worked on in the past. Dry solder joints, it's got to be. Here we go. Just teared a little bit of right, yeah, so I don't think in this video I'm going to bother with the solder joints today, so I'm going to just maybe give it a good owl clean. So I'm going to start with the head first and see if I can get a better picture, because let me just try and change colour. See, we had something there when you do that.
Wild piston.
There we go. So we've got something. So maybe the audio thing needs cleaning. I don't know. Maybe the head needs cleaning. So what we're going to do is I'm going to turn it off, give it a good owl clean. I've got some of this contact cleaner, and I've got some isopropyl as well, which I'm going to use. Obviously it's just being turned on, so I do. Oh yeah, what's this? So we're getting little bits. So I do fully understand that is now fully charged and can bloody blow your head off. So yeah, I'm just going to turn it off, give it a clean, and then hopefully when we come back we'll have some sort of better picture. Right, so what I'm going to do is basically just take a glasses wipe, because I can't find any cotton wool buds, and I'm going to give the header clean and this audio chip here as well, or that's what you call it. It's turned off. I understand it's just being turned on and it is charged, so just going to give these a little bit of a wipe and see if I can clean anything off them that's built up over the years. Right, so basically I've given the header clean and the audio head, whatever you call it, I can't remember now. So just look on what these are made of here. It says Sony Chemicals on these two little wires here. Yeah, I've given the header clean and the audio header clean. I'm going to whack this tape back in. There it goes, spooling up. Press play. And no, we're getting nothing.
No mess.
Oh, hang on. We're getting something.
Suka.
So as you can see, just there is the audio line. If we do move it and mess about with it, yeah, we do get something. And we're actually getting a bit of a better picture. Maybe something is interfering. What I'll do, I'll just get my phone and I'll lower the frame rate just so you can see it better. So that's what we're getting at the moment. And if I come to this, which is the audio line, and mess about with it, we do get a bit of a bit of a better picture. See, the head I think is okay. Let me just get in on the head there. So I think, I mean, it still could be a dry solder joint. It still could be a dry solder joint. don't know, it could just need a bloody good clean. So I'm going to try and take this out and clean it. I think you can just pull that out. So what I'm going to do is give it just a little scrub. Because the last one I restored, the picture was absolutely shite. And when I looked at the head, it looked clean, but it actually wasn't. It had like mould on it from a tape. And I think it was actually one of the tapes that I bought, because it took me ages, and I mean ages, to get the picture back to normal. I had to fast forward, rewind and everything, and it took days, like literally days. So I'm just gonna lightly scrub the head, although I know it's not advised because you could scratch it. However, I've got nothing to lose, I don't think. So I'll just get the phone back out and show you there what I mean. So yeah, there's the audio thingy just here. Took that out, cleaned it, put it back in, and that's the main read head there. So other than that, I think it could be a dry solder joint. So as I say, I'm not going to do any soldering in today's video. I'm going to take the board out and give it a good clean, but I'm just mainly concerned about this at the moment, and just to see if I can get a better picture with the head given a good scrub as well. Right, so a couple of cleans later, I decided to watch Randy Travis, and it's this guy here. Now forgive me, never heard of him, and as you can see, the picture is pretty much perfect. A little tiny bit of volume. So I need to work on that. But there was some issue with this here. As you can see, I think there might be a dry solder joint just there, because I pressed it, as you can hear, and it does seem to mess the picture up as well. But the picture is quite stable. So we'll lower that back down just in case I get any copyrights, and I'll try another tape as well. But at the minute, it's all working as it should. That head did have a bloody good scrub, I'm telling you, and this audio line now is not that much of a concern. So I'm going to try and sort this out. There was no dry solder joint there, as I mentioned before, and we're just going to give the board a little bit of a clean, and I think then that this video player should be fully restored. Right, so I threw another tape in, and we have what was Valdez's coming. I don't even know if it is. We've got this.
63, right, thank you.
I'm not the person to get involved with. I'm Trouble.
Trouble is my middle name.
As you can see there, the head nicely spinning.
I thought it was over. I mean, would I have encouraged you to take her out if I still...
So I'm going to try one more tape, give it a clean, and we'll wrap this video up. Right, I'm now going to put in one of my all-time favourite Christmas movies, Home Alone. Okay. Have we got auto tracking? Yes, we have. Let me just see, let that kick in. There we go. Auto tracking. Very nice. So it's got on-screen programming, and we also have Video Plus, which is redundant now. VHS HQ. As I say, there's no remote, but there's no issue with that. But look at that, when it's settled down a bit. The sound as well. I've only got one speaker on this telly, but that's quite nice actually. Quite a nice picture that. Well happy with that. So yeah, what I'm going to do now off camera is just basically grease all the rails up again, a little bit of a de-dust, and that one is fully restored. Also as well, just give it a clean around the edges and the top case and stuff like that. But yeah, Another VHS, nicely restored. And just before we do go as well, here is the one I have restored previously, which is this one here. This is an absolute beast. So Toshiba Nikon digital stereo, all the palaver from back in the 90s. Innovative is that V3 technology, V5 technology, V3, whatever that means, I do not know. And 1 minute rewind as well, which is a bit, and it was back in the day, and it still is a bit of a tape killer. Right, another VHS fully restored. So that is a must if you're going to clean anything like, you know, computers or VHS players or anything just electrical. Electrical contact cleaner spray, that is an absolute must. So basically what I've done, I covered the entire thing with that underneath as well, took all the PCB out, re-cleaned the heads, re-greased all the rails, put a little bit of oil and a bit of baby oil on some of them because baby oil is quite good as well. And basically it is now a fully restored thing. You know, there's no belts to replace in them, I don't think. I've had a look, there's a little elastic thing, but it was all right, to be honest with you. So the audio thing I've sorted out. It was a bit of a loose connection on the other side, so I've took it out, cleaned it, put it back in. Audio is spot on. It's not Nikon stereo, I don't think. Is this Bose Nikon stereo? No, it doesn't say Nikon on it. The other one I showed you before is Nikon stereo, however, this one is just stereo, so yeah. Absolutely love being into the VHS again, back into the VHS. Now there's one thing as well I love about being back into VHS is this video was my uncle's wedding in 1992, and I thought this tape was long lost. However, I found it in my dad's the other day, and I am 15 years of age on it or something like that, and it's by Starlight Video Services. I remember it well. The guy was there from start to finish, and he's put the wedding on VHS. That's the only family bit of history I've got. My mum and dad's wedding and all that. You know, I haven't got anything like that, but my uncle is quite close to my uncle. Sadly passed away a few years ago. My auntie's still alive, so yeah, that would be nice to get that maybe on DVD for it or something like that, because obviously no one's got VHS players nowadays. So yeah, that is it for now. Thank you very much for watching. I've got quite a lot coming up on the channel. I've got coming up, I've amassed over the past 1 to 2 years maybe, a lot of games consoles, Xbox originals, PlayStations, PlayStation 2s, PS3s, Xbox Ones, given to me, bought off eBay. It's a various mixture of all where I've got them from, so I'm going to be doing one at a time. I've got a little friend here who may want to say, do you want to say hello before we go? Come here. Hey, little Thistle, little Scottish fold. Say hello to the, hello. Hey, you love watching me, don't you? Absolutely beautiful little rescue cat. One of my 9 rescues, aren't you? Yeah, you're very cuddly. Anyway, it's not about the pussy today, although it nearly was. Yeah, I'll catch you in the next video.
Nice shooting, son. What's your name?
Siri.